and welcome back, everyone. So, today is the much anticipated How We Met video. So, I think I'll take a stab at it first, and
Yes.
then you'll go. Okay.
Yes.
So, when we met, it was a dark and stormy night. I was riding a horse up a hill. I saw this beautiful woman along the side of the road. I rescued her. We rode all night. And then in the morning, I woke up, and this is actually how we met.
Yep.
Okay.
The end.
The end. Okay, so before I met Lafania, so actually, should we say where we met?
Yeah.
Okay, so we met on Match. We are a Match couple. Interestingly, my brother is also a Match couple. We're going to put that down in the description so you can check out his video. But he actually met his wife now when they have a few kids. They actually met on Match. So I decided to go on Match. I gave it a try. I actually didn't try Tinder or a lot of the other ones, I wanted to find an app that really I could focus on finding the one. At the time, I was so right now I'm in my 30s. I didn't want to find somebody necessarily at a bar or, just for a one night stand. I wanted to find somebody for a long term relationship. So I went on Match, I put my profile, and before I even went on Match, I've been in New York City my whole life. I've dated people, and every time I've dated somebody, I've never felt as strong of a connection as I would have wanted. There's always something that I like about somebody, always some spark, but it was never really that strong of a connection. And even when I went on Match, I met a few people before Lafania, and I just couldn't connect with them the way I did with her. So, when I first saw Lafania, I was floored. Lafania is absolutely gorgeous, beyond beautiful. And interestingly, I didn't think I had a shot. So I saw her profile, I saw what she wrote, and I really wanted to put something together. I put a lot of thought into what I wrote. I remember I would open up like my notes on my phone. I would draft a message and I would delete it and I would rewrite it. And, I wanted to sound funny and I wanted to sound smart and clever and I wanted her to like me. And after I sent the message, I just turned my phone over because I was so nervous to see if she would write me back. And, the next day when I saw my phone buzz and I got a message back from Lafania, I'm like, wow. I'm like, I better not screw this up. So, I started chatting with Lafani. What's so interesting is, I think I misread you. I saw this beautiful woman and I thought she would be, I don't know, I guess it's my fault. I thought she would be uptight or she wouldn't be who she is. But, getting to know the real you're so sweet and caring and loving and funny and goofy and everything I was looking for, and it's so interesting that, Lafania ended up being really the total package for me. I saw her and I thought she was so beautiful, but once we started chatting it's interesting because after we chatted for a little bit on text, we started to we quickly started to FaceTime, video chat, and I think that's where we really started to notice a connection. When you're chatting with people on mobile, it's not the easiest to really get a feel for who someone is. But when I was with Lafania and I was video chatting, I could really get a sense for who she is. Lafania is so sweet. She's so funny. She's so charming. We have so many similar things in common. We laugh at the same things. I was so connected with Lafania from the very beginning. I also felt like Lafania showed a lot of interest in me. I never, and a lot of people I've dated, I always felt like I was showing more interest in them or, I never really felt that way from my partner. But with Lafania, she let me walk around and show her my art and everything else and things that I wanted to talk about. She would listen to, till my heart was content. Lafani is so genuine and authentic in the way she comes across, and there's something so lovable about her that I just couldn't resist. And what I realized too is that the more I spent with Lafania, the more I realized that I couldn't be without Lafania. Lafania really makes me happy. I know that no matter what I'm doing, whether I'm, going through something happy or something sad or something at all. No. We're cooking onions. Must be making dinner. No matter whatever we're doing, I want to be with Lafania. I know that when I'm happy, when I'm sad, through good times and through bad, I know that when Lafania is there, I feel a lot happier. That it makes everything better.
Well, guys, I'm gonna talk about my side. So before I met Jared, I was actually dating someone, and I just felt like it wasn't gonna go anywhere, and I was even convinced that maybe he was married, and especially the fact that like when we went on dates, it would be always in the morning or in the afternoon. It's never at night. And on Saturdays, like he'll kind of like vanish. And after once that ended, I felt like it was a blessing. And I wanted to have a one-on-one with God. Like I went to the beach and I just sat there and I was thinking like, if I don't meet my soulmate, like I'm fine. If it would take, and this was my prayer. I told God that if I'm going to meet my soulmate in 5 years, I don't want to date for 5 years. I don't want to meet anyone for 5 years, because I know a lot of people, they want to just have someone. I actually don't want that. Like I'm fine being single until I meet the one. And after that prayer, I went to work. One of my colleagues was like, oh, why don't you try Match and everything? And he was always talking about Match. And I joined Match. And yeah, in like 2 weeks being a Match, he messaged me. And I knew when he messaged me, it was so different than the other guys. Like he read my profile and he referenced my profile versus the other guys. They were just talking about my looks. So he really impressed me when he read my profile. And one of the things that I said in my profile is that I don't like it that I know that a lot of guys, they love it when the girl is mean or not hard to get, but like, you're just mean and sassy, and they love that. I wanted a guy who appreciated me to be good to him, to be nice. I wanted a guy who likes a nice girl. And he liked that. And I also wanted someone that if I want to text you, I can text you. If I want to share my feelings, I can be vulnerable. And it's not going to be seen as a weakness, basically. So from the time that me and him, we started chatting, and it was just like pouring our heart out, and he was pouring his heart out to me, to the point where even my own friend, like one of my friends, like I was out to dinner with her and I was telling her how he was so different. And my friend just couldn't believe it, because now in today's world, it's all about games. So when I was telling her, she's like, is he dying? Like, why is he so nice? Why is he telling you all these things? Why is he telling you how he feels? Why is it he's not waiting a long time to text you back? But yeah, like at first I thought that, you know what, eventually everything will change, but it never did. And yeah, so when we met in person, I was so shy, and he waited a long time, which I felt so bad. And then we went to the park, and he could get my personality. It was a hot day, so I saw the grass. I was like, why don't we just lay on the grass? And then when he actually lay on the grass with me, I'm very outgoing, so that really like made me feel good about him. Like, oh, he's not uptight. He's not like, oh, my shirt's gonna get dirty or this. We were laying on the grass and just talking about our childhood, our greatest fear, the one time when we did something so evil. It was so like we had the deepest conversation, and we learned so much about each other. And Yeah.
Yeah, it's been amazing ever since.
Yeah.
You know, we've been going strong.
Yes, we've been going really strong, and I never felt this type of connection with anyone. And yeah, I told him that I'm really happy that God brought us together.
Yeah. I love you so much, Lafania. Love you so much. You're everything I wanted. You're everything I really wanted in life.
Yeah.
Can't wait. I want to spend the rest of my life with you, Lafania.
Yeah, and I never told him about the story about how I went to the beach and I was, talking to God and stuff. I never told him that until like recently. I told him that, like I actually asked God, and I felt like whatever I asked for, I received way more. Yeah.
Lafania, you're my dream come true.
My dream come true.
You're so sweet.
Like I feel like I'm living in
lovable.
a fairy tale.
Yeah, it's our New York City fairy tale.
Yeah. So this was how we basically met, and and then from then on, every single weekend, every single night, like we would talk, and the weekends we would see each other, and every date that we had, it felt like he was the one. It felt like the connection, and it felt like I've known him before. Like it was so natural, and
I love that we get each other so well.
Yeah, we have the same sense of humor.
We have the same sense of humor. We're so silly together. We love the same type of music, same shows.
Yes.
We love the same type of cooking. You know, I think we see the world so similarly, even though we're from such different parts of the world. You know, Lafania looks at everything with such light and such love. It just touches me in such a positive way. You know, you are the light of my life.
Aww. Yeah, and I'm sorry guys if we like too because my friend, they watch our videos and they always like, oh my god, you guys are so lovey-dovey, but that's how it is. Like I really, like I've never been like this with another guy. I just feel like that much of a connection with him.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You're my everything, Lafania.
Oh, you're my everything. So this is some part of our how we met, and then if you guys like this video, we have another story how we did deal with one obstacle when we met. So like this video, so we'll know, and then we'll post our second videos about how, like, one of the biggest challenges that we had when we first met.
And that's more to come.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.